Good. Can you see it? Oh. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the MAP info session. We are so excited to have you here, whether you are viewing this now or later on. We are so excited to have you. So without further ado, let me share my screen. All right, so welcome to the MAP Information Night. So we are going to be introducing ourselves. Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm the president. I've been a part of MAP since my first year here at Miami, and I've loved it ever since, and I'm so thankful to be a part of this organization. As president, I oversee the executive board as well as all of MAP with Seth, who you will meet here soon. And I also work closely with the Student Activities Office to put on events for the Miami community. So that's a little bit about what I do.
Hi, everyone. My name is Seth. I'm the vice president here at Miami Activities and Programming. I joined my freshman year, so that's coming up on 4 years now. I've been involved in this organization. And kind of the stuff that I do is a lot of internal affairs. It's a lot of making sure that members feel welcomed, educated, and implemented through the different events that we do have, making sure that everyone just feels comfortable with where they are. So, yeah.
Awesome. And Shannon could not be here, but she is the director of Red Hawk events. So she works closely with athletics and utilizes the Miami traditions to make events. So this past semester, she had a Create Your Own Toast Roll event, which, in case you didn't know, is a big tradition here at Miami University that you can get at Pulley Diner. And it is very good. And she works really closely with them. So that's a little bit about what she does. Heather Furby is a senior here at Miami University. She is director of special events. So she is in charge of all the unique and creative events that we've never brought to campus. So one of her biggest events is I Love You Very Much, which I actually have a bear from her event. So basically it's like Build-A-Bear, but free. You will come to find out that if it's MAP, it's free. So she does a lot of those awesome events. Cody Vandergrift, he is a senior here at Miami University as well. He is the director of arts and entertainment. He helps bring a bunch of comedians and speakers here on campus to provide entertainment for you all. He's also done open mic nights and whatnot. So Cody, he couldn't be here, but if he would say that he loves MAP. And now I'm gonna kick it off to Morgan.
Hi guys, so I am Morgan Moritz and I am the director of series events. So that means I plan all the movie series that we show on campus as well as the craft series. So a craft series that we did last semester before Corona was we brought in You're Fired from Uptown and we painted, which is a paint your own pottery. And so those are some of the craft events we have. And then I also plan all the events, they're called Beyond the Bricks, which is where we leave campus. So we go to places like Kings Island or sometimes different museums, and we get to experience what is around us in Oxford.
All right, so up next in our list, we have Catherine Horsford. She is our director of Late Night Miami. And what she does is a lot of collaboration with other organizations. What she is she's kind of the expertise when it comes to how we plan events, and she lends that expertise to the other organizations. And so while we do like host most of our events, we do have that section where we want other organizations to show Miami that they are creative and showcase what they do with their organizations. And so that's what Catherine will do. She just makes sure that everybody is feeling good that way. Up next, we have Renee Smested. She is our director of marketing. So she is who you'll see running the Instagram pages, the Facebook page, the Twitter, and all that stuff. As well as I know it's a little different because we are virtual right now, but whenever we are in person, she's also the creative director behind all the fun pop-up events that you'll see, really just advertising all of our events as well as just who we are as MAP.
Hi, I'm Sadie. I'm director of graphic design for MAP, which means exactly what it sounds like. I'm in charge of doing all the social media graphics, as well as when we're in person, I do all the posters and the TVs and like any size graphic for all the events. And so I get to work close with all the other directors and Leanne and Seth pretty much about kind of the message that we want to put across with our events in the form of graphic design. And that's my position basically.
And last but certainly not least, we have Ethan Jones, who is our director of finance. And what he's in charge of is making sure that we basically keep everything in our budget, make sure that we're not spending too much money, making sure that everything is accounted for. And also, he is like one of the coolest dudes. He is really helpful when it comes to like pretty much anything else. And so he's here to keep us all in line and all in check. And that is our exec board.
Oh wow, I just realized I was muted the whole entire time. So let me restart. So MAP stands for Miami Activities and Programming. We are Miami University's only event planning and student programming organization. What I was saying was that we really pride ourselves on being student run. So yes, we have support from the Student Activities Office and from our advisors. Shout out to Ryan and Ashley. But they really want to foster the community in which students are able to bring events on campus run by students. So I think that's what's awesome about MAP is that we all have a say in what we bring to campus. Our organization is kind of big. We have 80 plus members, but we are looking to expand, obviously, and that is why we are recruiting. We plan and execute events. So when we were on campus, we planned events like Welcome Home, Homecoming Family Weekend, and Spring Fest. As well as Mega Fair, comedians, and now we are really enhancing the virtual events. And follow us on social media to see all of the events that we are having. So really, we are here to enhance the Miami experience. We want to be able to provide for the Miami community and to just have fun. As college students, it's really easy to be stressed all the time and focus on work, which is what we are here for, but it is also great to just take a step back and really enjoy your time here at Miami. So that is really what we are here for. So now we are going to talk a little bit about why we joined MAP. These are just some quotes that some MAPers sent into us as to why they joined MAP. So I can just read some. So people, Ethan Jones joined MAP to help improve the Miami experience for all students. Renee joined MAP so that she could get to know a great group of students and help plan events that would make people happy and excited about Miami. And Logan Fry, who is a senior, joined MAP to find his place and find his group on campus. Going to MAP events his freshman year and watching this group pull these awesome things together and work together, he knew he wanted to be a part of it. He met his best friends in this organization and he's forever grateful. And Olivia Hodke joined MAP to get an experience that she couldn't find anywhere else here at Miami, then that she will take with her for the rest of her life. So personally for me, I joined MAP to really find my community on campus. I really wanted to be able to enhance the Miami experience and give back to the community that has given me so much. Especially being a senior and like looking back, I have really found my place here at Miami because of MAP, and I'm forever grateful for that. So I can talk on and on about MAP. But next, I'm going to bring Seth in to talk about why he joined MAP.
Sure. So looking back to my freshman year, I remember just basically the whole first semester, I would do things on campus here and there, and I had no idea like basically who was behind it. I would just go and I'd be like, oh yeah, like I never put two and two together. And then one of my friends is actually in MAP. Her name is Elizabeth, and she's like, hey, like I think that you should come out and like actually do it. And then I like read into it. I was like, oh my gosh, all this fun that I've been having has been brought to me by MAP, brought to us by MAP. So I was like, heck yeah, I'll join. And so like I was really excited to be a part of it, but then like as I've been in it and I've just been able to learn more and grow, I think probably the most fun about it is just the atmosphere and the people that are there. You know, obviously we all get together with like and get along really well, but it's like more than that. Like they are like a lot of the people are just some of the best friends that I do have, and you know I do anything for them, and I just think that you know MAP is quite literally responsible for bringing people together like that. So that's kind of why I joined.
Thank you, Seth. Now I'm going to bring Miss Morgan into the stream to talk about why she joined MAP.
So hi guys. So my story is kind of similar to everybody else, but I joined MAP my sophomore year, and I was going through a hard time and didn't really feel like I had found my place at Miami yet. And then I knew I loved planning events, and I thought that would be fun to enhance the Miami experience. So I was like, well, why not join MAP? And it was the best decision I made. And I've met some of my best friends in MAP, like Seth and Leanne had said, and it's more of making the Miami experience fun beyond just going to classes. And you really get to meet people and just engage with the rest of the university.
Thank you for that, Morgan. And now I'm going to bring in Sadie to talk about her experience and why she joined MAP.
Hi. Yeah, my first semester, my freshman year, I was very focused on my classes, very focused on what my career path, major stuff was going to be like, and I didn't really get too involved. And then second semester, I was like, no, screw that. Like I felt like I missed out. I felt like I wasn't really using my time wisely. And one of my TAs was in MAP. Her name's Katie. She was like, you'd be perfect for this organization that I'm part of. I think like you'd love it. And the second I came to an intro session and like saw just like the energy from MAP, I was sold. I knew that I had to be a part of it, and it's one of the best decisions I've made in Miami, like hands down. Just the energy that you see like at events is the exact same that of the energy that happens in meetings, and it's the same energy that we have when we see each other on campus. It's just like a great thing to be involved in. You meet your friends, you meet people that come to the events, you get to have fun at the events. It's just it's all good.
Thank you, Sadie. And I really want to hone in. I know a lot of people might be thinking, well, you had all these experiences because you were in person. Yes, but we also want to foster that community virtually as well. I can attest that we have MAP meetings every single week, and we really try to foster that community within MAP. Mr. Seth is really good at coming up with fun icebreakers, and we really try to make sure that we work to put on events, but we also foster this community that we have. So we are going to keep moving on. And now we are going to talk about what we do within MAP, and I am going to bring in Miss Morgan to talk about it.
Yeah, so we told you kind of that we plan events for students on campus. So what are some of the events that we've planned? So as you can see, all these pictures are events that we had either in the fall of last year, so a year from now, or we had last spring before we were sent home. But we have events like we showed the movies, as you can see with the movie poster, and we have something called Spring Fest in the spring, which is where on the lawn outside of the library, we bring in super games, and there's a zip line, and there's rope courses, and there's some food trucks that come. So we plan all those events. And then as you can see, the picture at the bottom middle is a craft series that we have. So we normally set up, this looks like it might be like Art After Dark, which is one of our late night events where you can go in and plan or do any art craft that you can imagine. There's tons of them. Oh. And then at the top picture, you can see that there's some fireworks. And normally, you guys didn't get to experience it this year if you're a freshman, but normally after your welcome week, we have a fireworks show, which is really fun to bring all the freshmen together. And normally we're in charge of doing that. So those are some of the events we have. And then we also have a picture in the middle, which is a mind reader that we brought in. So we bring in different acts, whether they're comedians or we brought in a mind reader. Sometimes we bring in magicians, and there's just all different types of performers that we bring in too.
Thank you, Morgan. And then we are going to keep trucking along in this slide deck. And now I'm going to bring Seth in to talk about some myths about MAP.
So yeah, here we have some myths about MAP. So our first one is, do I have to know how to plan events to get into MAP? The answer is no, you do not. That is kind of one of the why we're here. We kind of want to give those skills to the people, to all of our members that come in. We want to teach them pretty much anything and everything there has to do with event planning, as well as how they can progress and be on exec to get a more in-depth look. So no, you do not have to know. That is what we are here to teach you. Next says, do I have to be super creative to be in MAP to come up with events? Of course not. We do like creativity, but part of what we do is with our brainstorming sessions, we try to foster a nice little round of it so that everybody feels like their ideas can be heard and everyone doesn't feel judged about the events that they are suggesting. And with that comes the creativity. You can't force it, but it does help when everyone is there together just brainstorming. Next, I want to join other organizations. I won't have time to join MAP. Of course, that's not true. In fact, I want to say almost everybody in MAP is involved in many other organizations. I know some are involved in the social fraternities, social sororities, as well as professional, and really pretty much anything on campus. It's a very manageable organization to be a part of. We do kind of have a set timeline and set times where we have our meetings and stuff, but that doesn't mean you can't do other things. I know we have, like the president of NUSEF is also in MAP. And just like a lot of the other organizations on campus, there's also members in MAP. Next we have, do I have to come to every event? Heck no, there's like a million of them, but you can come to any single one of them that you feel speaks to you. If you're trying to have fun on any night of the week, come to the MAP event. But of course you don't have to come to every single one. There's a ton of them.
Thank you, Seth. Really appreciate that. And I'm really glad to know that I can do more than just MAP here on campus. So I appreciate that. All right. So now we are going to talk about the timeline. So the applications will be opening tomorrow at midnight, and they will close next week on September 11th on that Friday at 11:59 p.m. We are going to be hosting our first round of interviews, which will be group interviews on the week of the 14th. And then we will be hosting our final round of individual interviews on the week of September 21st. So in regards to like finding the application and next steps, tomorrow you'll be able to go to the hub and fill out the application. Make sure that you're first logged into the hub and you search Miami Activities and Programming. You can find the application under Forms if you scroll down, and it will be labeled MAP Application Fall 2020. Again, they were open on Friday and they will close the following Friday on September 11th. And if you would like us to send you a little reminder about when the application's open, if you want to drop your Miami email in the chat, we can email you to remind you that they are open and to apply. And before we end, I have a little video to show. So I just wanted to show that video to show a little bit about what we do. Miss Sadie, our graphic designer, made that video. She's awesome, amazing. I got goosebumps watching it. I want to apply again just because I watched that video. So thank you, Sadie. And that concludes our info session. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat and we will be more than happy to answer it for you. All right. So Ryan with the first question. Ryan asked, what made you join MAP? Sadie, I'll have you start.
I joined MAP because I was looking for ways to just feel more like a college student, because I was looking for just more ways to get involved my second semester freshman year, and things that didn't necessarily have to do with my major, didn't necessarily like run into all the same people from my classes. And I knew some people in MAP, and after coming to info sessions and again just seeing the energy from this group of people, I was totally sold and have loved every minute of it.
Love it. Thank you, Sadie. Miss Morgan, what made you join MAP?
So I think what made me join MAP was that I was also looking for something other than just doing my homework. And when I came to MAP, I just loved all the people that were there, and it just made me feel right at home.
Oh, I love it. Mr. Seth, what made you join MAP?
So I think it definitely was just something that was missing from my life. And like I was going to the events anyway, and I was like, well, let's get some knowledge about it. And so just like being a part of like something a lot bigger than the university or than myself, and just getting more involved with the university. And like I know it's not there, but I'm really fortunate with what MAP has given back to me, just in terms of like connections and stuff like that, and the network of people that I've gotten to meet, because I've gotten to meet some pretty cool people within the university that like sure. But mostly just like people that I know have always been really helpful to me, that everybody has the chance to meet and bond with. So that's like an added perk.
All right. And to answer your question, Mr. Ryan Kapanowski, so I'm not going to lie. I joined MAP. I applied freshman year. I went to Mega Fair, and naturally I just wrote my name on every single table that I went to. And then I get an email from MAP saying like, you should apply. And I said, okay. And I searched what MAP is, and I saw they brought all these different events onto campus. And I kind of did that in high school through student council and NHS. And I was like, I think I might like this. But it wasn't until I was in, I was like, wow, like this is the best thing I've ever been a part of. And I think that you can tell that we really want to foster like a family community. We are all really close, and every single meeting is so much fun. I've always said it's really easy to put in hard work when you are passionate about it. And I just love every second of it. I love being able to provide for the Miami community while working with like-minded people who are just as passionate about it as I am. But like I said before, I can talk on and on and on about MAP. So if you want to talk about it, let me know. So Stephen, you asked, can you join MAP if you're remote this first semester? Yes. We are welcoming everyone to apply regardless of where you are here on campus. Some of our MAPers decided to go remote this first semester, which is completely understandable. Regardless of where you are, you can help foster this community that we have created and enhance the Miami experience for the Miami community. So yes, of course. So requesting to become a member, I will be emailing all the people that requested to become a member and encouraging them to apply. So this won't affect you putting an application in. Like I said, you just go to the hub. Let me just portray this real quick. You go to the hub, make sure that you're logged in, search MAP, and you'll be able to scroll down under forms and find MAPplication Fall 2020. And you'll be able to see all of that. And if anything, Spencer requesting to become a member, you're just going to hear from me to remind you to apply. Are there any other questions that we can answer for anybody?
While we're waiting for more questions, Leanne, what's your favorite event?
Favorite event? Honestly, the mind reader, I know you guys have heard me talk about it, but the mind reader that we just had was awesome. It was so much fun. It was the coolest thing. I didn't believe in mind readers before, but now I do. And I'm mad that I'm not a mind reader, but it was awesome. What's yours, Sadie?
My favorite event, I just noticed me and Arishi are on the same wavelength. She just asked that question. I think my favorite event is Bagel and Deli competition. For those that don't know, we put on a competition where you get to come and they actually have the big steamers from Bagel and Deli, and you get all the ingredients and you get to like make a sign with your team, and then there's like a winner from like a panel of judges. It's like fantastic event, and it's one, just like a really cool event, but two, that was the first ever event that I worked when I was a part of MAP, so it has a very special place in my heart.
And also, fun fact, the winner's bagel gets to be sold at Bagel and Deli, which is hype. Awesome. The bagel that won last semester, it was called My Big Fat Greek Bagel, and it is so good. Awesome. It was amazing. Morgan, what's your favorite event?
So this is hard for me, but I also would say Bagel and Deli just because that was my first event that I ever worked. So that just holds a special place in my heart.
Seth?
There's so many events, and that's why it's hard to choose. But if I had to put my finger on one right now, the one I'm thinking about is Glowcade. It's basically like it's like a kind of like a Dave and Buster's almost. Like we bring in a bunch of different stuff. I know I went there as an attendee, and I played skee ball, did pretty well in skee ball. But there was like laser tag, and there was just like a bunch of different things to do, as well as like some awesome food there. That was my favorite part, was the food, if I'm going to be honest. But that one was definitely like top 5 memories. It's an amazing event.
Awesome. Is there anything else that we can answer for you guys? All right. If not, I have the email right below. It's map@miamioh.edu, and follow us on social media. Miami_map, you will not only see updates on recruitment, but also events that we are putting on this week and this semester. And you will potentially see a really cool recruitment video. So stay tuned. Thank you all for coming to our info session. We are so excited to welcome new mappers into the organization. And just let us know if you need anything. So thank you guys. See ya. Oh, real quick, a question just popped in. So do you get to decide which committee you're on? Yes, so you have full reign on what events you get to do. So if you wanted to be on the event team for the mind reader, you could do that. If you want to be on an event team for like a craft event, you can do that. We have like a certain number of events that we ask you to sign up for. This semester it's 5, and it's based on your schedule. So you have full reign on which events you get to work, which is awesome. And also as members, you have full reign to go to the events as well. Like, we're students and we are able to enjoy the events as well, which is so much fun. So I wasn't on the event team for the mind reader. I was just in the audience. And it was awesome. It was so much fun just to go to.
And you don't have to, as a general mapper, you don't have to like choose, I'm only going to do craft events this semester. I'm only going to do special events. Like, that's only how we categorize the events and like the director that's in charge of them. But as a general mapper, you can choose to be involved in any of the events.
You're welcome. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, email the MAP email. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions, or DM us on our social media accounts, Miami_MAP. Follow us, and we are so excited to see your guys' applications. Hope you all have a wonderful Thursday and a safe Labor Day weekend, and let us know if you need anything. See you guys.